We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we've got some NBA. We got 4 games in the NHL. I'm already loaded up with 27 plays today in college basketball. One of them about to start with Bradley. And I'm super pumped up for college basketball. So hopefully we can have a good year there. I'm actually going to put them in I'm going to put college basketball. Nope. I wanted to put them in the scroller for records, even though it's 0 and 0 to start it off. But I'm going to have them starting to circulate in that too, because that's going to be important. We finally broke the losing streak yesterday. We were up like 0.67 units or something like that. So we finally had the first winning day in like 8 days or something like that. Hopefully we could try to make it 2 in a row. We will go ahead and look back. Oh, there was a lot of plays. We had 54 plays over the weekend. We were profitable somehow in college basketball over the weekend, so that was nice. But there was a lot of plays yesterday. If you're interested, check them all out on the site. And we'll go from there. If you guys are new to the TikTok, make sure you guys are following that. I'm going to quickly edit these numbers because I forgot to do that. So we're going to go flip and flip. We'll update the subscriber count. We'll update the TikTok follower count. And we'll go from there. Good morning, Caesar, in the TikTok chat. Nice to see you. Drake, college basketball, over or under? Drake, under 143. I know some of the writing's a little bit tiny, but in order to fit it all in there, I had to make it small. So if you have any questions about any of the plays on here, go ahead, ask away. Under in the Drake game. I got you, Caesar. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the TikTok stream on my computer so that I can have the chat available. I want the chat so I don't have to go and constantly be staring down at my phone. Is this something where we're gonna have to cool. I could even on the reel, you look more professional, appreciate it. Thanks. I'm trying. We're gonna slide this over here, and then we're gonna slide this one like this, so maybe we can see y'all's chats too. Is that something that we could do? Well, it's already too small. Maybe not. I'm gonna just leave that there then. It would have been cool to have y'all's chats up on the screen, but I don't think that's gonna really work. And I'll slide this back over here, and we'll go from there. Cool. And we'll see. Go ahead and say hi to the chat. IceX retweeting and saying interesting. What's up, IceX? IceX, you do anything with college basketball? Do you do anything with college basketball? Let me know. But we'll start off in the other basketball. We'll start off in the NBA. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Brooklyn Nets. The Wolves are minus 8.5 with a total of 226.5. Wolves are 3-3 this year. They have wins against Portland, Indiana, and Charlotte. And they're 1-5 against the spread, which is interesting. And the Nets are still looking for their first win of the year. And I'll be honest, I don't know if they're going to find one anytime soon. You look at their upcoming. Oh, they play the Pacers next, so we'll see. But they do not look great. They're 0-6. But I will say I looked at this one, and I actually looked. I only technically have one side today in the NBA. And technically that's a team total. So I did totals a lot for today. And I believe this game, I have the under. I got under 227 in this one. I like the under. You've got The line moving from 229.5 down to 220. I got 227. It's down to 226.5. That's with 30% of the bets and 92% of the money's on the under. I really like the under in this game. I think even you can even look towards Brooklyn team total under. I think I tried to look at that and then I just couldn't get the number that I wanted for it. So I went with the under 227 in this game for the Timberwolves and the Nets. See, sir, it was all the numbers on the right, bro. All of these. That's just my unit size. It's saying that I bet a unit on each thing. You like AJ Green over 1.5 points first quarter. AJ Green? I'll be completely honest. I don't really know the players like that. He's a basketball player. He's on Milwaukee? I'll be completely honest. I have not a clue who he is. He went to the University of Northern Illinois. Northern Iowa, sorry. But I have not a clue who he is. You do you. NFL Dallas game today, bro. I like the Cardinals today. I like the Cardinals. 1 unit equals 100. When I track this stuff, this is all for this website that I work for. So technically under the website, it is 1 unit 100. That's technically what it's under. Nope, IceX doesn't do anything with college basketball. That's fair. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers finally got their first win of the year. I believe that was in their last game. With a win. Wow. A win as an 11-point dog against the Golden State Warriors. That's impressive. I didn't even notice that one. They're 1-5 now to start the year. They're 4-2 against the spread. On the opposite side, you got the Milwaukee Bucks, who have gone 4-2 to start the year. They're 5-1 against the spread, 5-1 towards the over. So they've been scoring some points as of late. But I will say, I will mention this because this is also kind of important with some of my capping today. I didn't go crazy with the NBA and NHL just because I have 27 plays in the college basketball today. So I'm not going to go as crazy with NFL and NHL or NBA and NHL right now just because I already have a lot of plays. Like I have almost 4,000 or almost 40 units in action today. I have actually 39.22 units in action today, which it's a lot. So I didn't want to go crazy with the NBA. Nothing in this game had line movements the way I wanted it to because it kept flipping back and forth from 5.5 and 6.5. It kept flipping back and forth from 234 to 235.5. So not really anything I was interested in for this Bucks game. It is over or nothing, but it's going to end up being nothing. Jacob's asked me, what's your favorite for college basketball today? I'll be completely honest with you. I bet them all the same. I have 27 plays. I don't really have one that I like more than the rest. But do you sell that tool that you use? I don't sell the tool, but I am on the picksandparleys.net website, and that has all the plays. I don't sell the tool. Honestly, it's just reading line movement. Like that's I'm not logged in here. That's great. I'm on the picksandparleys.net website if you want to check that out. Lakers today. No, I took Portland team total over. Rocco, appreciate you following the stream. Trying to continue to build the TikTok. So I do appreciate whenever you guys do that. We'll keep on rolling. We got the Jazz and the Celtics. The Celtics are 10.5 point favorites with a total of 232.5. I will say this is another game I wanted to look towards the Celtics team total over, but I did not get involved in that. I ended up taking the over in general. I got over 232.5. Jazz 2-4 this year, 3-3 over on record, 4-2 against the spread. They're coming off of 3 straight losses to Portland, Phoenix, and Charlotte. On the opposite side, you got the Boston Celtics, who they're going to be a weird team this year because they're 3-4 this year. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. They got blown out by Houston in their last one. They're 3-4 to the under. But I looked at the game and the way that the line was moving because that's how I cap my games. And the line was moving. It opened up at 232.5 or it opened up at 231.5. It's moved up to 232.5. And the money was coming in the right way on it to the point where I think this game goes over. This is a Jazz team that really doesn't play defense. So I went with the over 232.5. And I won't talk you off of the Celtics today. I tried to go Celtics team total over, but the number just wasn't what I wanted it to be. So the better number for me to bet was the over in general in this game. So over 232.5 in the Jazz game. Can my phone stay plugged in? Thank you. We'll keep on rolling. We got the Mavericks and the Rockets. The Rockets are 12.5 point favorites, just monster favorites there, with a total of 224.5 now. It's a Rockets team that a lot of people had high expectations on coming into the year, and they started off really slow. They started off 0-2. Since then, have rattled off 3 straight wins, granted, against Brooklyn, who still need to win. Toronto as 5.5 point favorites, and Boston. So they beat the teams that they should have, and they lost to 2 teams that they probably should have as well. And Dallas should be a team that they beat. Dallas is 2-4. They even have a loss to Washington. So I'm not high on this Dallas team. I never really was. And another game, I got to this one, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got the under in this one. I got under 225.5, so I beat a little bit of line movement on this game. Opened up at 229.5. It's down to 224.5 now. And that's with the money coming in the right way. 21% of the bets, but 74% of the money came in on the under. It makes me really like the under in this game. So give me under 225.5 in this one between the Mavericks and the Rockets. Bro got money on every game. Yes. If I don't have money on it, I wouldn't have given it out. Correct. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Pistons and the Grizzlies. The Pistons are 4.5 point favorites with a total of 235.5 in this game. We've got this one. The Pistons are 4-2. Memphis is 3-4. Pistons coming off winning 2 in a row. And they've won 4 out of their last 5. So after starting off 0-1, they've actually kind of rattled off some wins, and they actually look a lot better. On the opposite side, you've got the Memphis Grizzlies, who are 3-4. I believe they won their first game. They won 2 out of their first 3, and since then have lost 3 out of 4. So they're starting to not look as great as they did kind of in the beginning of the year. I still think this Memphis team will be competitive in the Western Conference, like in terms of getting a play-in spot. But I'm just not going to. I'm not going to be super, super high on them this year. I think they sneak in maybe as a 9 or a 10. But I did look at this game because you got the line going from 3.5. It went all the way up to 4 to 5, back down to 4.5. So line movement kind of moving towards the Pistons. Money coming in overwhelmingly on the Pistons. So I ended up staying on this one. I ended up staying off this game. It's Pistons or nothing, but I went with the nothing route. Mando's asking, do you bet the same on every game or does it vary? I bet the same on every game. The only way that I would end up going and doing a little bit more is when I do trifectas. So like on Saturday, I had a trifecta for the NC State Wolfpack in football. So I bet their first quarter, I bet their first half, and I bet their full game. Like that's that's how I approached the if I wanted to bet a game more. Like if I did a trifecta in college basketball, it'd be first half, full game, and team total. I mean, it's the first day of college basketball. I'm not doing any of that stuff just yet. But I do like a lot of this stuff. So I did bet all of these games. Yes. Even Bradley, who's down 6-2, 5 minutes into the game. But we'll obviously that's a very, very early into that game. But lean towards Pistons, but pass. We'll head to the next one, which is the Kings and Nuggets. Nuggets are 12.5-point favorites with a total of 235.5 in this game. I will say this Nuggets team that's coming off of losing to Portland. I kind of saw that in the line movement when I just wish I took that. Nuggets lost as a 5.5-point favorite. Previous to that, they won 3 in a row after losing to Golden State on their opening game. On the opposite side, you got Sacramento, which I am not high on Sacramento this year. They're 2-4. They're coming off a win at Milwaukee, which is actually kind of crazy. Previous to that, they were 1-4 with a win. Their only win came against Utah and they won by 1. So not really a team I'm super, super high on this year is Memphis. And I keep bumping into my cord, sorry. Is Sacramento. So I'm going to I did not back Denver in this game, although I really wanted to because the line went from 10.5 to 12.5. So I can see Denver going and blowing them out. Just the money wasn't coming in the right way on it because 45% of the tickets and only 28% of the money was coming out on the Denver Nuggets, and the line was moving towards Sacramento. The money's coming in on Sacramento, the line's moving towards Denver. So I guess it would be a look towards Denver in this game. I just chose Nikola Jokic triple-double because I've been blindly betting Nikola Jokic triple-double all year. It's 4-1. We're up money on it. So I'm going to continue to bet Nikola Jokic triple-doubles this year. And I'm going to just keep on riding with that. No point in really not doing it. So we're going to continue Nikola Jokic triple-double plus 120 in today's game. Mando, do you do player props on your trifectas? No, I do not do. I do not do player prop trifectas. I just do sides or totals for trifecta. Most of them are in. Football. I have had one in basketball this year, and it actually came the last time the Lakers played the Portland Trail Blazers, and I went 2-0-1 because they pushed on the first quarter money line. And then. NFL trifectas, I'm 31-9. So that's 10 trifectas, 31-9 total record. 21. Right, 20. I did the math wrong on that one. 1 second. 31-8. 31-8 in trifectas this year. I think that sounds right. That would be 39. 31-8 in trifectas this year. But no trifectas today. None today. We got 2 games left in the NBA. We got the Lakers and the Blazers. The Blazers are minus 3.5 with a total of 236.5. Blazers have looked actually really good this year. And crazy to me, Lakers have 2. Lakers have actually won 3 straight and 5 out of 6. And their only loss came against Portland in their last on October 27th. So that was kind of interesting too to see that those 2 teams, that was their only loss. And the Lakers have done this without LeBron and without Luka for a couple of those games, which is crazy. Portland has won 3 straight games against Denver, Utah, and the Lakers. And they're 4-2 this year. Now, I looked at this one. I didn't grab a side per se. I did grab a team total, though. So I guess I did technically grab a side. Because I took the team total over for Portland. That's 119.5. I'm saying they score 120 plus in this game. They scored 122 in their last time against the Lakers. This is a Portland team that scored 120 in half their games. And I think they could do it again at home. The line movement's telling me over. The money coming in on it is telling me over because the line opened up at 231.5. It's up to 235.5, 236.5 in some books. I like the over in this game. I took the team total over, though, for the Portland Trail Blazers in this one, which will take us to our final game of the day for the NBA. And then we got 4 hockey games. The Heat and the Clippers are up next. Clippers are minus 8.5 with a total of 226.5. Miami 3-3 this year. Clippers are 3-2. Miami has lost 2 games in a row after winning 3 games in a row. They're 4-2 the over as well. On the opposite side, you got the Clippers who are 3-2. They're 1-4 against the spread. They're 3-2 towards the over. I still remember they had that opening day loss to Utah as 9.5 point favorites was absolutely crazy to see. But this is another spot, and I know I've been back in this a couple of times and it's kind of bit me. I took the over. I took the under in this game. Under in the Clipper game. It opened up at 230. It's down to 226.5. And I believe that's where I never tracked this game. I bet it, right? I bet this one. I just want to make sure I have it before I go crazy. Yeah, under 226.5. Do I not have it on here? I don't have it tracked. That's fun. I got under 226.5 in the Clipper game, which is weird because I really thought I tracked it. Minus 110. Under 226.5 Clipper game. To the ice. We've got the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Toronto Maple Leafs coming up next. The Leafs are minus 175 with a total of 6.5. This run by Pittsburgh has been absolutely insane. They're 8-3-2 to start the year. They are starting to kind of decline a little bit. They're 2-3, or sorry, I should say 2-1-2. Their last 5 games, they've lost both 2 of those games by shootout, so in overtime, and so they're getting points constantly. On the opposite side, you got Toronto, who has not been playing all that well. They are coming off of a 5-2 win versus Philly, and they have actually won 3 out of their last 5. But this is still a Toronto team that's 6-5-1 this year. So they have not been playing to the Leafs standard of hockey. And I went and looked at this game, and the way that the line was moving, it opened up at like 190 for the Leafs, and it's dropped. It's dropped to it's back up to 180 area, but it's moving towards the Penguins in this game, and I took the Pens. I got them at plus 150. I took them as a little bit of a dog on the road. I've been backing them a bunch. They've been making me some money. So even if I lose on a Penguins play, I'm still up on them for the year. So I'm going to continue to ride this Penguins hot streak that they've been on to start the year, and I did take them plus 150 in this game. By the way, make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel and following on TikTok. Appreciate everybody who does. Like George, who just followed on the TikTok. You guys should definitely do that. And make sure you guys, if you guys are watching on TikTok, I am also live on YouTube on Earle Sports Bets. So make sure you guys are following me over there. We'll head to the second game, which is actually the last game that I'm going to have a play-in hockey. It's the Oilers and the Blues. Oilers minus 140. 6.5 is your total. Oilers are 6-4-3 this year. 3-7-2 for the Blues. Oilers, the last 5 games are 2-1-2. 2 wins, One of them coming in overtime last game against the Chicago Blackhawks. I did cash the Blackhawks plus 1.5 in that game. And they also beat Utah. Overtime losses to the Rangers and Vancouver, and they did lose 3-2 to Seattle. On the opposite side, you've got the Blues, who are 3-7-2. They have not looked great to start the year, including they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And I'm still taking the Blues. I know it's absolutely gross, which makes me love it even more, because the line opened up at 155 for Edmonton. It's down to 140. And that's with, where's the money coming in? That's with 79% of the bets and 54% of the money is on Edmonton, and it's going the opposite direction. I'm on the Blues. I got their money line at plus 125. Snap their 7-game losing streak tonight versus Edmonton. George is asking, any over-unders tonight or any totals tonight in the NFL game? Nope, I just have the Cardinals. Where are they? Cardinals, right here. I just have the Cardinals. That's it. I took Cardinals outright today. I had the Bears in a survivor, was about to jump off a bridge if they lost. Yeah, I cashed on the Bears yesterday. JJ McCarthy played really good. That's good to see. I had Minnesota yesterday. So that was nice. I had Minnesota and I had who do you call it? Titans yesterday. I had them on the spread, but that was also a nice little winner there. They backdoor covered that one. So I was quite happy with that one. Although Pub Sports Radio contest 0-4 to start off. We got the Cardinals tonight. Not really too happy with that. And there was a couple of plays that I was looking at, like, ooh, I would like that. Ooh, I would like that. And then we just went opposite directions. Not opposite directions. We went other games. Or I went other games instead. I don't know why. And because of that, we are now at 25 and 20 or something like that. 26 and 18, and I'm pretty sure we've dropped. Let's see what the contest. Troy Torn. No real people that I should be worried about have been. At the end of the day, we're 0-4 to start off, but either way, what's up, Stop Geo? Yeah, we've dropped to tied in 7th now. Rough week, really rough week. Mad Hatters, wow, 31 and 14 now. He's up 5 points on us. Anyways, hopefully we can get that last game. But what's up, Stop Geo? Welcome to the stream. We got 2 games left on today's card. We got the Predators and the Canucks. Predators minus 120, 5.5 is your total. Vancouver 6-7 this year, 5-6-2 for the Nashville Predators. Vancouver pretty beat up right now. They've lost 3 out of their last 5 games, and their 2 wins were in overtime. So it's not looked really good for them. On the opposite side, you got Nashville, who has lost 3 out of their last 5. One of their wins came in overtime. Other than that, they've been both teams have just kind of been struggling as of late. In terms of line movement, there wasn't anything significant. It has moved a little bit towards Nashville. The way the money's coming in, I understand that. That's fine. Just not anything I'm really super interested in this one. I feel like this is the ultimate pass game for me. So I did not touch Vancouver and Nashville. So this one's going to be a stay off. You like Nashville tonight? It was a lean towards Nashville, but I didn't take it. I'm on the Cardinals plus 3 and the over. Cardinals team total over. I like it. NHL. I'm on the Cardinals. I hope that we can actually, salvage and not go 1-5 this week. So let's get that. Final game of the day is the Kraken and the Blackhawks. Kraken minus 155 with a total of 5.5. Chicago's actually playing some good hockey as of late. Even though they lost yesterday, it was in overtime. They're 5-4-3. So when they're losing, they're losing a couple of them in overtime, which is still gaining them some points. They're 2-2-1 their last 5 games. Just kind of out there. Seattle 5-2-4. So they've been playing good, and obviously their losses are in overtime as well. They are 2-1-2. Their last 5. Their last 2 losses were in overtime to Montreal and to the Rangers. Not really bad losses. Like they're keeping games close. They've gone to overtime in half their games. I wouldn't hate an overtime prop in this game. I would have taken it if I didn't have 27 plays in college basketball today. Which, Bradley, how you guys doing? Still 8-2. There's no way it's only. Oh wow, they're down 10. Bradley's down 10. That's not ideal. Cool. Good start to the college basketball season. Anyways, but if I didn't have all those plays in college basketball, maybe I'd look towards drawing this game, but not really anything I'm interested in. Blackhawks, won't talk you off of them. That is everything, though, in this for today's card. I will be back again tomorrow. NHL, you're liking the over 5.5 in that game. I mean, Blackhawks been scoring, so sure. That's going to do it for today's show. I'll be back again tomorrow. Not as much college basketball tomorrow, but we should have a nice NHL card tomorrow. 10 games in the NHL tomorrow, including Buffalo and Utah. That should be fun. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.